Cowboy, this ain't my first rodeo though. We had so much produce from Cali, nigga. You had to weigh it with the scales in the grocery store. You ain't get no bread on the hands that got your portfolio. Woo! I almost caught the Holy Ghost.
Cyhi. No need to ask. It's your girl Carine Cassell here. That is CarineCassell.com. Right now, I'm here with one of my favorite artists. Y'all understand? Cyhi the Prynce. Good music on. Kicking it. So, Cyhi is Mr. Redan Road, East Atlanta.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I actually went to church off of Redan Road.
What church you went to?
Peace Baptist Church.
Yeah, I know Peace Baptist Church.
Barnett?
Yeah, I know that.
You ever been there?
No, I've never been there, but I went to church I went to Fairfield.
Oh,
it's kind of, up the strip Redan too, so.
Off Memorial?
Up Redan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Redan Young Road, so.
Oh, okay, you should check him out, Peace Baptist Church.
Okay, Peace Baptist Church, alright.
I went there before when I heard Soul Paul, and I heard some other stuff in 2010. I'm like, wait, Redan, I gotta listen to him.
Absolutely.
So, the Royal Flush 2, that was one of the pretty much most conceptually well put together mixtapes that I've heard that got a lot of respect from me and my whole crew.
Okay.
What did that come to mind like during a poker game? How did you think, oh, I'm gonna take this and then just make this something really exquisitely put together, really complex, but really
You know what's funny about that? I was at that time I was just starting to learn how to play poker.
Really?
So it was as you playing poker. I was at the poker table one day. I'm playing. And I'm like, yo, this kind of goes with me. Because I always, even when you look at my previous mixtape before people really knew me, I had What the Deck's Been Missing.
Yeah.
And I was always trying to break up, Prince of Hearts. And that was like my song for the females. Prince of Diamonds was like more my hip-hop inspirational song.
Yeah.
Prince of Spades was more, street and what I did in that part of my life. And then Prince of Clubs was, the club music. So I always try to use that kind of, because I feel like I'm so well-rounded as an artist that it's hard for me to even get put in the box when I have so many different stuff to rap about, or I've been a part of so many different walks of life. So I can't just say I'm a street dude. That's why I call myself the Prince, because I'm just everybody in one.
So it wasn't an instantaneous decision. It was like, oh, poker fits me. I'm complex, so I'm going to go ahead.
No, I mean, poker... I think the whole card thing, I always wanted to use the card idea. That's like, you know what I mean? Cause I always
just Royal Flush.
Yeah, because I always used to be like, why isn't there a Prince in the deck of cards? That was my first question.
I never thought about that. I'm going to think about that.
The king, the queen.
You got the jack
but you ain't got the Prince. Like,
well, we got the Prince now.
Yeah, so, I'm here.
So, yes, one of the best performances I've ever seen like this for real made my night. December 11, 2011. You got I forget his real name, the mad violinist.
Oh yeah.
Emotional.
Yes,
how did that happen? Like, where did that decision come from, and how was that for you? Because for us it was like too much.
I just always respected Ashanti. That's his name, mad violinist. I always respected his talent, and he plays like, I think like 30 different instruments.
Wow.
So I just wanted to add something artistic to the show, just besides the DJ scratching it. So just add something, a flair to it. And what's crazy is I actually took him to Austin, South by Southwest one year when Good Music had the whole big show out there, and Ye loved him too. When he came on stage, everybody started screaming. He started going crazy. So I took him to the morning show and everything. I was like, he's going everywhere. But, we got to pray for him now, because it's hard for him to play because he's torn cartilage in his neck from playing so much. So, he might not be able to play no more. So we're just hoping he heals, good, so we can get him back on the stage and get him back on some of these records.
Wow, that's crazy. Remember, y'all, keep Ashanti, the mad violinist, in your prayers.
Yeah. We need that music.
For real.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Okay, one of the questions I really been wanting to ask, I'm glad I get the opportunity to. We listen to the tapes, and it's like always a sample we do not expect. And like even with other rappers, you like, oh, okay, this doesn't shock me, but like you listen to Royal Flush 2 and Royal Flush 1, and you listen to, I remember the Ivy League threw me off Tool.
Oh yeah.
With the Sade sample, and then Feet Up made my day with the Anita Baker sample. I was like, what? And then even with the new tape, with the all of my favorite things.
Yeah. That's
like. Where do you get these ideas from? Is it you and your team, like, or do they just occur to you in the moment?
They really occur to me. That's just me being me. Like, see, me, I didn't grow up on a lot of rap. I couldn't even listen to rap until I might have been, like, actually put it in my CD player until I was about 13, 14.
Me too.
So I grew up, the only time I could hear rap was like when I went to skate ring or I went to the club. In my house, it was jazz and gospel. That was it.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I got a lot of records that are probably the average dude was listening to NWA. I was listening to, you know, Frankie Beverly and Maze or, you know, somebody of that nature. So just to be able to combine the two worlds together. And I like to remix, like, you know, old songs and make them relevant again. Like that I always used to like. So I got some more records that I'm doing, so, you know, just look out for them. But I like to do different samples. I don't like to do the samples everybody else does.
Oh, trust me, we noticed. Like, even then, one thing we can always respect. You somehow, your producers managed to keep the beat like cold as ice. That was very close to the actual beat, but you still made it your own. You put the 808s in, you got everybody to rock with it. That's that's very rare in the industry right now. That's something very respectable, and we definitely appreciate that.
Thank you for that.
So another thing that got us really hype on the mixtape, you got to collab with Childish.
Oh yeah, that's my guy. I was excited about that too.
Yeah, we're glad you were excited.
I'm a big fan of Childish Gambino.
So like, would you guys ever do more projects together, like maybe a whole tape or a show?
You know what's crazy? When I found out he was from Atlanta,
were you shocked?
I was shocked.
So close too.
Yeah, and I was so excited at the same time. Like, I have to get him on the record because I feel like it's not a lot of us here. It's like me, B.o.b, him. You know what I mean? It's not that many of us who takes pride in, you know, really putting words together.
Good music,
you know
versatile.
What I'm saying? Yeah. So just to get him, I hit him up and he was all with it. And I love his videos. That's what really...
Yeah, the LES videos.
Yeah, all his videos are just like another level. So I respect him as an artist. So I just hit him up, man. We just did something and came out. I'm looking for that to be my first single too. We're about to push that.
Oh.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you heard it here.
Yeah, we heard it first. You heard it first.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So how do you find the balance with people still knowing you can make them laugh, so knowing you had a humorous side and still being like, I'm an MC, I'm respectable, I got this?
You know what's funny? I was naturally a funny guy. I used to be like the class clown. Like I used to be like the funny guy until I was a good kid. I was just bad. But when I got into the streets, it kind of like my funny went away because this is serious out here. So like, you know what I mean? So you gotta put that funny shit to the left.
Right, you be like, I'm sweet, behold.
Yeah. So you know, it kind of took out my joyful self. But now that I'm back, you know, doing something I love and being creative, I feel like I should just bring it back out, you know.
You should.
I'm a big fan of Martin, and I used to love Cedric the Entertainer. Like, that's the only thing I could watch was Comedy View growing up. I couldn't, like, watch TV. That and Shaka Zulu. Everything else I was on punishment for.
I can watch The Simpsons.
Oh, we couldn't watch The Simpsons.
Oh, we so see. I can watch The Simpsons. All those in the house, like Kurt Franklin. Oh my God, none of that.
None of that.
That's crazy.
Most I could wear was watch. I used to have to sneak to watch in living color.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
So as far as like the titles, like the last one was Ivy League. This is Ivy League Club. I'm sorry. This is Ivy League Club. The Kickback.
No, this one is Ivy League Kickback.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. No. What made you decide on those titles? What do those mean to you, and what do you want those to mean to your fans?
A lot of people don't know that Ivy League is like subliminally like my subliminal way of saying marijuana trade. Like, so I feel like it was like a big thing. Like when I grew up, it was like that's all we did, and it was like I learned so many lessons just from just my peers and see how people deal with money and just see how your friends turn over and you get money. So a lot of my stories are from that.
Just like food savers and scissors.
Yeah, food savers and scissors. Like, you know, so. But at the same time, I wanted to let them understand I'm a street dude at the highest degree. Like, I'm not one of those who just, you see him and he just drinking lean and popping Molly and just all throw it off. He might, you know, slap the shit out. No, I'm not that type of guy. I'm more of a, you know, I like to show the intelligence of guys who was in the street and how we made it out without too many blemishes on our resume. You know what I mean? And and that's what I kind of like. I like to teach guys because sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, but at the same time we don't do it responsible enough to the point a lot of us is in jail for 25 years for something they could have really avoided.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Got a 9 to 5 instead of making that play.
Yeah, or you know, a lot of times, a lot of guys don't have their fathers that'll kind of give them a. Like, I used to be like,
they don't even know it's possible.
Yeah, we used to go and do certain missions and certain licks that I wouldn't go on due to the fact that I wasn't prepared if we got caught. I wasn't prepared to do the time for that crime.
I understand.
Now you give me this one, this crime is a little, this time is a little more, I can do that crime. You know what I mean? So a lot of guys feel like they can do this crime until this crime hits them. And they go in there and tell on each other and everybody go to jail for this one crime. So I like to kind of prevent that before it even happens. So that's like my whole message in my music, just being, letting everybody know it's cool to be you. And, you know, whatever you want to do in life, go to school, because I tell people this all the time. Your clique is not the strongest clique if you just got a clique full of dope dealers and killers. You need scientists, you need dudes who lawyers where you ain't got no bail money. Your partner is a lawyer so he can come take that for you on GP. You need a real doctor or a nurse if you do get shot and it's just a basic flesh wound. You don't have to go to the hospital where the police is going to show up. You go to your friend's house, shit stitch you up. It might hurt a little bit, but hey, you get the job done. So certain type of things like that, I feel like I like to let these guys know, like, y'all don't all have to be knuckleheads.
Yeah, and we thank you for that because that is something we definitely need more of in rap music. Like with the artists that are so flagrant right now, talking about making music about selling it, just glorifying it, like we don't need that anymore.
Absolutely. No, I mean, if you're gonna glorify, like give them both. Like if you're gonna glorify on this song, at least let the next song be something about what you went through, your trials and tribulations.
Pretty much.
Some of these guys, they got 15 songs about just jugging. Like, man, you gonna jug the whole tape? Like,
you're not even gonna get locked up for sure.
Yeah. So I call it weekend rap, like Friday and Saturday rap. But I rap about Monday through Thursday. Like, you don't get kicked in, you gotta bury your partner, you got bond, bail money, like that type of stuff I rap about Monday through Thursday. I let everybody else rap about Friday and Saturday.
I feel that. So on a lighter note. Royal Flush 2, there's a song called Sunday Morning.
Okay.
I like her. Have you had the dudes you were referring to, like, have they heard it? Have they acknowledged? Like, does the girl basically know?
They're not going to acknowledge it, but it's just past incidents where, you know, dudes be in love with these girls and they be like, yo, man, like, that's not just your girl. Like, relax. You know, like,
not just your girl.
For real, like dudes, I done seen dudes get to shooting it out with dudes just about a girl that is not technically your girl. Like, she's not married to you.
Yeah, that actually happens.
A girlfriend is a girl and a friend.
A girlfriend is just a girl. You don't want another dude to pipe. That's what was on.
She listening, like, that's making you an award. Like, I'm about to make you an award to give out today. You graduate this year.
She's like officially Ivy League member. You know what I mean?
Oh, official member. This is a good day.
She's an official Ivy League. We gotta
get your information. Yeah. You be the Clark representative.
Yeah. Awesome.
We're building our Ivy League, you know, our school, so we would love to have you a part of it.
So, since I'm an Ivy League member now,
you are.
Can you tell me more about what we should expect from the mixtape, like singles, shows, tour?
Yeah, we going to tour. We doing a tour late February.
We ready for that?
The Ivy League tour. The mixtape is like I'm putting out a bunch of visuals. As you know, I'm doing like a short film right now.
I did not. Can you elaborate on that and tell us more?
Some of the records from Ivy League. Yeah, Ivy League Club. I mean, Ivy League Club and Ivy League Kickback. We're using like a short film, and we're using like a lot of the music. So it's like somewhat of a musical, more so like the Streets is Watching musical. Back when they did that. So we're gonna do a lot of that. We got like 2 videos out of that, and then we're gonna be putting more videos out to the singles and everything too. So we looking forward to that. We got a lot more visuals coming out, a lot more webisodes, a lot more touring going on. So South by Southwest, we're about to gear up to do that as well. So. I'm in a good space.
Yeah. What's your favorite line? Like, do you have a favorite line that you said? I know the line that I just had. I paused the tape for a good 10 seconds when you said. He said, I got on polo in England because I'm meeting the Lord in London. Twice with the internal rap and the out rap. And I just had to stop and be like, whoa. Why you have to do it like that?
I mean,
like we wouldn't even know.
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad that, you know, not even just a dude, but you're like a female.
I'm a rap head. Yeah. I appreciate it real.